your biggest regret?
Not listening to my wife's advice.
What was the advice?
I ain't sure I wasn't listening.
Or what?
Here's a tweet that you guys put out in June of 2021. I just want to ask you, what does E mean as a pronoun? It's E.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you know what M means as a pronoun?
I'm also not sure.
Okay. Don't you think it's important to know what these mean? You guys are, in this post, you wrote, or somebody on your comms team wrote that using the correct pronouns impacts trans people's health, can reduce the risk of depression and suicide. That's a pretty serious claim. It seems like if you're going to demand people use these pronouns, you would know what they mean, right?
Mm-hmm. I delegate. 23andMe had a lot of people. We had six,
Right.
7.
You were
people.
CEO though, right?
I was CEO, but it doesn't
Okay.
mean I can oversee every single post.
Well, this is a very, very politically charged post that you guys put out. I would think that you would have a view on that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us what is the difference between Z and Z? One of them is ZE and one is XE.
I'm not up to speed on that.
Okay. Does it concern you that not understanding this might increase the risk of depression and suicide amongst trans people?
I support my research team that felt that it's important for us to be inclusive of everybody, and it was very much grounded.
I agree, but it doesn't seem very inclusive if you don't know what they mean, right?
I respect the social team and the research team that put that post together.
But you don't know what any of these pronouns mean, but you guys are promoting it.
I assume it's different ways people like to be referred to.
I'm just the CEO, and I have absolutely no idea what the hell is going on. These people can't even comprehend their own absurdity. This is like me saying, I was born visible. Now I identify as invisible. I'm transparent, and my pronouns are who, where.
What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Hey, it's okay if you didn't finish college. That's fine.
Do you think I didn't finish college?
I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting right now. I don't know.
Where do you go to school?
Here at OU.
What's your degree?
Arts.
Art?
Yeah.
Which one?
Studio.
Studio? You want to know some funny thing?
What is the funny thing?
I actually started school at the University of Oklahoma
I bet you did.
as an art student.
Oh, I bet you did.
Studio. I did about a year and a half of studio art. Then I took some philosophy classes. Then I get my undergraduate degree in philosophy with a minor in history of science.
And you did all that and you still chose to be out here doing
And
this.
philosophy. And then, crazy enough, because I had gotten really into the history of science, I stayed at the University of Oklahoma and I got a master's degree in the history of science.
Good for you.
And the entire time, I was a funded student, teaching, no less. Whenever what is the name of the biggest scholarship that you can get as an incoming studio art student?
I don't even know. I was an incoming biology student, and I went to that class, and I said, this sounds fucking lame,
Yeah.
so I chose the art degree.
So I had the Selma Nafee scholarship entering the studio art
Wait,
program.
hold on, sorry. I gotta look for gold stars really
Yeah.
quick. I don't know if I have any gold stars.
See, the thing
I'm
is
sorry.
you brought it up and you said, because I was an advocate of extending the laws against murder equally to all people, that I must not have gone to school. And I started to tell you that I went to the school longer than you have
Alright, well, now
and longer than you will.
You got a degree, and that's really, really awesome for you.
Not a degree.
Personally, I don't give that much of a fuck.
Multiple degrees.
Awesome.
Not what I base my argument on, but that is how I refute your assertion and accusation that I'm clearly uneducated.
That degree will get her an awesome job as a barista at Starbucks, or even better, a cashier at freaking McDonald's. She was trying so hard to sound cool, but instead, she sounded like she was piss drunk. I absolutely loved how he shut her down. Her attitude was so disgusting and rude.
What's the bigger threat to America, the Democrats or Vladimir Putin?
I believe the Democrats for sure.
Why do you say that?
They're f***ing straight dumbasses. They do everything that's not right for America. How are you going to be against pro-America stuff and you want Americans to vote for you? Are you stupid? They support the illegals more than they support their own citizens. They out there supporting men and women's sports. They're supporting kids that have the sex changes. You got to be a real dumb mother to be supporting some shit like that. And then I think that domestic terrorists, because they're blatantly just disrespecting the law. Who are protecting them? The Illuminati or some shit? I'm going to say exactly what Democrats are. They are narcissists. Look at narcissists and you're going to see a picture of a goddamn Democrat in that motherfucker, because they project, they gaslight, they do all this bullshit, man. We need to do away with the narcissists in this world and society today, and the world would be a better place. So let's just get rid of all Democrats and just have a Republican Party.
What's your name?
Debbie Brockman, I work for WGN. Let them know.
I got you. Yep. Debbie Browning?
Brockman,
WGN. You guys want to share your names too, or you're just going to cover your face?
Bro, it's always the damn tortas. Dude, talk about Antifa Special Ops Meal Team 6.
He needs some milk. You're gonna get hit by a car. Get out there!
Watch my back. Watch my back. I got you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got you.
Whoever that officer is, we thank you for your services. You know, this is just typical liberal behavior, causing a disruption in society, being a menace, blocking the roadways, and then when there's repercussions for her actions, she starts resisting arrest and starts kicking and screaming as if she's the victim.
Oh, look at this guy.
Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? Don't take your hand from my...
Oh, look, he's actually... Oh. Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah. That's so funny.
Put on my mask.
Do you have identification?
Yes, I do. In my wallet. It's in my back pocket.
Can you put the mask on, please? In 2 minutes, we're going to place your mask. We're crazy, yo.
Just to let you guys know, vampires scream when they are exposed to sunlight.
Poop Fart 42069. Do you like minorities? No! No! Ew, gross! God, no! Fuck! No! I'm playing, y'all.
12% of men who have sex with other men 1 or more times a week have problems where they are not able to control their bowel movements.
Because
Well, why? If it's healthy, if it's perfectly healthy. And you know that's true.
So they just involuntary shit in their pants? Bro, that blonde girl cooked this disciple of the soy with just one fact. This disciple of the soy's brain started malfunctioning just trying to keep up with the woke rhetoric.
Let's not conflate it with being black. Otherwise, you'd have to defend Rachel Dolezal.
Well, there's no. Well,
would you defend her?
Well, there's no defending crazy. That's crazy. But
why is that crazy?
Hold on. Because she was a white woman that says she was black.
Yeah, that's a man saying he's a woman.
But let's back up.
If you're gonna say that a man can just be a woman, why can't Rachel Dolezal just be black? You got to be consistent.
Because she's white.
Okay, because it's a man.
No, but hold on. I get it.
You know
And
I'm right.
I get
You know
it.
I'm right.
No, I don't agree. And this is not a matter of right or wrong.
But it
because-
is.
Hold on,
It
hold
is.
on.
This one is.
Let me tell you.
Why isn't Rachel Dolezal black?
Because she's a white woman.
Okay, because it's a male or it's a female.
What?
Now, if genitals doesn't categorize gender, then how does removing them confirm it?
You're a boy, right?
No, I'm a girl.
Who told you you were a girl?
Mommy,
When did she tell you you were a girl?
'cause I love girls.
Oh, I see. So mommy told you you were a girl?
Uh-huh.
The state of California says that I have to pay for the chemical and physical castration of my son as child support. I'm not going to pay that child support. I'm not going to pay anything to hurt my son.
And that means you'll be going to prison?
California is going to send me to prison for that.
So, Jeff, you are going through something, you've been going through something that is probably a father's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Tell me when this started.
Started when my son was about 2 years old. My ex-wife, who's a pediatrician in Capel, Texas, started thinking that he might be a girl and started trying to transition him to a girl. And when I tried to put a stop to that, she filed for divorce and used her relationships with care providers to force me out of my house. And so I moved about a mile up the road from my sons. She filed for divorce formally, and I had 50-50 custody of him. And just after his third birthday, you know, I took the first iPhone video I'd ever taken, and it was him telling me that he thought he was a girl because his mommy tells him a girl. You can go on YouTube and just search for "Mommy Says I'm a Girl." You'll find that video. She was telling him things like, you know, she would put him into timeout and say, "Don't be a boy. The monsters only eat boys," and weird things like this. And she began to then socially transition him, and that led to a titanic battle in the state of Texas that culminated in me getting the procedures outlawed in Texas. And the political establishment in Texas allowing her to come to California so she could still castrate him even though I got it outlawed.
She wanted a daughter so bad that she sacrificed her son? Bro, just adopt a daughter. You know, there's a special place in hell for that woman.
No more pronouns, no more climate change obsession, no more emergency vaccine mandates, no more dudes in dresses. We're done with that shit.
Perfect.
You know, puberty blockers are completely reversible. Right?
How are they reversible?
They suppress it temporarily, and then if you go off them, it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah,
You
sure. If a kid
continue
went on puberty blockers for, let's say, 3 months and came off, puberty would resume and there wouldn't be too much harm done. But in practice, what happens when these kids go to gender clinics, and we know this from gender clinic statistics themselves, it's pretty much 100% of these kids stay on them. They progress to the cross-sex hormones. They're being sterilized. They're being harmed for life. And if we just left them alone, they would grow out of this. We know this from all the academic studies that were done before they started drugging kids.
One, it's not drugging kids, but two...
What are they? These are drugs. These are chemical castration drugs. It's a prostate cancer drug. It's a drug for endometriosis, for uterine fibroids. It's a drug that's never been approved for these purposes. These are actually gonadotropin-releasing hormone analogs, if you want to get into the specifics of it. And it stops the pituitary gland from releasing a couple hormones, which in turn trigger testosterone in boys or estrogen in girls. So without that, they don't go through puberty. We're experimenting on children, harming them for life. And you think this is okay?
You think that just everybody grows out of it?
So if you look at all the academic studies into gender dysphoria, do you want me to answer your question or not?
Can I just say
okay.
that, you know, not everybody is fully certain that they want to go through a full transition, and that journey is different for everybody. And so a lot of times puberty blockers gives them that little bit of extra time to figure themselves out, and then later, if they decide to continue, then you know, they can go on and be happier. Like, not everybody grows out of that gender dysphoria, that need to be themselves. And so by saying that it is applicable for everybody in that it's harmful to everybody, that's not true.
Well, of course it's harmful to everyone.
No,
Stopping the
it's
development
not.
of a child is harmful.
No.
Sterilizing children is harmful.
Okay. All right.
Raping children is harmful too, and we don't seem to have an issue.
This is the level of intelligence. Didn't want to hear the answer.
These people are slower than a parked car. They always say, oh, it's to be themselves or to be their true, authentic self, when it's the exact opposite. In actuality, it's extreme hatred and rejection of who they truly are. Now, if you can't accept yourself, what makes you think that we are going to accept you?
I'm like quirky. I'm like silly.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, please!
Me down, fascist, fucking. I don't give a fuck who you are. The fact that you feel this way makes you completely fucking intolerant of anybody. I don't care if you have a fucking master's degree. I don't care if you feel like you're tall and proud. Go fuck yourselves. This is absolutely fucking disgusting. I can't believe you. And you can take your fucking Blue Lives Matter flag with you. You're welcome. Thanks. Nobody else, the fucking flags out front, nobody cares? Yeah. Everybody look away when it fucking matters, right? Everybody look the fuck away. Wave your flags all over Northampton, right? Yeah. Go. Bye-bye. Fucking human all over your chest. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Keep fucking telling yourself. Nobody, right? Fucking nobody, right? Nobody has a fucking problem with this. I'm the only fucking one. You believe it?
Don't worry, you'll be all over the internet.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Now, if you're confused about gender, try milking a bull. You will learn and find out real quick. Now, guys, is it just me? Or does she look like one of those creatures from Lord of the Rings? A freaking Schmeagle.
He needs some milk.
People are inside that facility.
And they're MS-13 members, they're child traffickers, they're drug traffickers, they're bringing drugs into this country.
Still human beings.
So you don't care if they're the worst criminal in the world and they have raped and murdered children, they're okay and they're still human beings and they should be here?
I believe that they are human beings and that they deserve dignity just as everybody else.
You think child rapists deserve dignity?
Absolutely, I do.
Guys, if there's one thing that we can learn from this, is that blue hair equals more red flags than the damn Chinese Communist parade. Make them live with her and her family. The children deserve dignity too. Guys, this should actually freaking terrify you that these things can actually vote.
Why do you think they're going to take me too?
Because you have brown skin.
That's pretty racist. I'm an American citizen.
Doesn't matter.
So you think I'm going to get deported?
You could.
So this woman right here thinks I'm going to get deported because I'm a brown woman. That's an extremely racist thing to say, ma'am.
No, the racist people are...
No, you're the racist because you just came up to me and said I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? How dare you sit here and speak to me because of my skin tone? No, I don't need to be careful. Guess what? I voted for Donald Trump because he's a president of law and order, and I've actually met him. He's very nice. And it's racist like you who stand here and tell me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? This is the average right liberal right here.
If you are looking for racism in America, just find a Democrat.
Do you think it's wrong for people to shoot ICE agents while they're doing their jobs?
I mean, yes, but I think ICE agents are also not doing their job within the full scope of the law. Many are not identifying themselves when being asked to. They are with masks on, which is also illegal, to not identify yourself with your face.
What law makes that illegal?
If you are a police officer or an agent of the law, you must identify yourself when asked by civilians. So they are violating that when they are going into neighborhoods and being asked by people, and they are not doing that. I don't think that's right.
Okay. So that's not illegal for them to do that. It's not illegal for ICE agents specifically to cover their face. It's actually not even illegal for them to not read someone their Miranda rights. They can detain anybody for any reason, and that person must provide proof for their citizenship. They have every right to do that. That is 100% lawful. That is in the U.S. Code, Title 8.
Okay.
If you have something different and a law that backs you up, I would love to hear about it, because maybe I'm wrong.
You know, I'm actually going to ask that you don't post me on Liberty Hangout. I don't want my face anywhere near you.
You were having a nice conversation with me when I offered that maybe you might not be correct in your statement. Then you want to say you don't want to be anywhere near me?
I felt disgusted by you before I walked up and had the conversation. I had the
Why so?
conversation. I mean, you asked very leading questions that are already...
It just says, ask me anything.
It's comical that these are the same people who look down on others for not being college educated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.